What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Fort Misery Gaming for some more War of the Visions guides for you today. And today, guys, we're going to be going over how important your weapon attribute attack modifier stat is going to be for getting the most DPS damage for your heroes. So what we're going to do, we're going to be talking about weapons, we're talking about espers, and we're going to even be going down the line for future weapon content of using elemental modifiers as well as the typing attack modifiers. So when we talk about typing attack modifiers, what those are going to be is, for instance, right here, slash attack 15 on the nagnarok. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to build at least 1 + 5 before the event leaves, maybe 2 if you guys have been farming a lot. But what that is going to do is it's going to add a 15% modifier after all your attack calculations are done. So you get attack obviously from your weapon, you're going to get it from your espers, your vision cards, and then your overall unit progression as well, depending how many limit breaks you have and all that good stuff. So why that's important is because you're taking the attack first, then you times it by this number plus the modifier of the attack. So the modifier of the attack we're going to go into detail as well, and that's why ultimately, guys, if you guys have the option of getting, like, for instance, the worst of the attack overall attack power of these weapons is the magic one. So if you get the magic one at +5, or if you have, for instance, an assault or a vital, let's say, at a +3, overall, more than likely, your magic weapon will deal more damage than your +3 of these, because you're missing out on that 15 times multiplier, right? All right. So, and if there's anything wrong that I'm saying in this video, is if you guys have better information, I'm just going off of, and I'm citing different sources here of what I've learned from people giving me different tutorials of mostly JP players doing calculations and things like that. I don't claim to be doing any of these trial and error damage calculations on my own, because it's all been done by the JP players. So I'm going to trust their advice and their information. But so the first site we're citing is FFBE.game. So I'm going to leave all the sites that we're using in the description of the video so you guys can check them out on your own as well. So once you guys do that, we're now go to Ultimia, and this is the formula for attacks. So for the normal attack multiplier, you do your attack power times your brave plus 50% times your normal attack multiplier plus your attack up. So for this, what you would be doing for the formula is we'll go into another Reddit post, but basically just to go over this, the above formulas for normal attacks, the attack power of, for instance, they're citing Orlandeau here, is 563, and then brave of 97, so 563 times 147 is 827. As the basic attack power, the normal attack modifier is 110%, including Trout, and the normal attack damage is 909 at 827 times 110%. If slash attack up is 26 is added to this, the multiplier is 110 plus 26, and 136 and 824 times 136 gives us 1124. Okay, so from there, guys, let's go here, and we're going to talk into some more complicated stuff. So this is posted by Haddison 3 days ago. He did a comparison for the Nagnarok, Excalibur, and Coral Sword. So this is a very good comparison of things to look forward to. Look out for the Coral Sword, eventually for Orlandeau. So, for instance here, they're going to be talking about the multipliers. So, Excalibur here has slash attack bonus of 0, thunder attack bonus of 0. What thunder attack bonus is the elemental bonus you'll be getting for that said weapon. So the Nagnarok has 162 on assault, so it does beat the Excalibur in power by already 42. Then it also gives you 15 slash attack bonus. All right. Now, if we go into the Coral Sword, which is going to be the next higher tier sword basically we're going to get in the game, you're going to see here it has 124 attack, so it does have lower attack. That is to note, lower attack than the Nagnarok, right? On the assault type. And then, but it does have the slash attack bonus, but then it's got that 30 elemental thunder attack bonus, right? So we go down here. For instance, let's look at Armor Crush. Armor Crush is Orlandeau's calling card attack that we all know about. So when you're using the Excalibur at this certain level that we're talking about, does he cite actually? I don't think he actually cites like what the level the orlandeau is. So we're just going to go off of I would assume they're talking about. This is a level 99 orlandeau, I would assume, but you never can tell. So 2885 with the Excalibur. Then Nagnarok plus 5 is going to be 3341. And then a big jump here with the Coral Sword of 3892. Even losing out on that almost 38 attack stat, it's still dealing, 400 plus more damage on Armor Crush. So, actually, no, it's 550 more damage. Yeah, 550 more damage on Armor Crush. Simply because of how important those modifiers are. Of that 30 extra modifier applied to that skill damage. So that's where this is super important down the road. Right now, obviously, we're only here. So yes, actually, Orlandeau will deal more damage on a Nagnarok Assault than he will on Excalibur. The question is, are you going to have enough time to build 2 Nagnarok Assault plus 5 with the books and the seals? Probably not with the seals, because we can't farm the seals anymore in Global, but there you guys go. And then, like I said, I'm not going to read all of what he has to say, but I did read this earlier, and then it's something you guys should definitely read. I'm going to leave the link of all this in the video. And you can see here, these are the multiplier damages that you guys see. So, for instance, we're talking about Armor Crush, 100% on Excalibur, 115.8 on Nagnarok, and then 134.9 on Coral Sword. So definitely read all this, guys. It's a very good information site here of how you guys can really understand why those modifiers on your weapons are super, super important. Now, we don't have the Coral set yet in Global, but the Nagrarok, definitely something you guys want at least 1 plus 5 of if possible. So if we were to then take a unit like Ramza, for instance, how you guys would apply the multipliers, just briefly, I'm not going to go into the pure calculations, but so you guys know, if you guys are on this site here, this is wotv/calc.com, and then you would go to your unit. You actually can see what the maximum output of your skills will be. So what that means is, for instance, Shimmering Blade here, 30 multiplier, and then it goes up to a 60 multiplier when it's at level 20. So base level 1, it'll be 30 multiplier, and then it will range from 30 all the way up to 60 once it's maxed out. So that's something for you to know. Remember, this is AoE as well. Guys, just keep that in mind for, when you guys are applying what you think your DPS will be. Another good thing to note here, like Triple Blow, for instance, is going to be doing a 46 to 76 multiplier. But that's a 3-hit combo, and then it's going to elemental chains and things like that, so it's going to be like all a crazy thing here. It is really cool to see even the buffs they have calculated, so you go from 10 to 30% on Shout, on Magic, Attack, and Bravery goes from 5 to 20%, so good stuff to note. So I just did want to mention that so you guys can do your own calculations if you guys want to go into that. All that kind of good juicy stuff. And then the last thing to talk about as far as your multipliers go is actually going to be on your espers. So when we I'm going to go to the tier list first, so you guys can kind of see this. So you may find it odd that in Global, we don't have a Global tier list, do we? No, okay. So this is the JP Esper tier list, because there's obviously tons of espers here we don't have yet. But if you guys will notice, there are a lot of MR espers that are on here simply because even in Global, or maybe not a lot, but there's at least, 2 here. And the reason why Behemoth and Iron Giant are on here is because of their tree, honestly. So if we go into Behemoth, for instance, you're going to have here 60 attack, 13 agility, 20 magic, HP 401, all that other good stuff. But it has slashing attack 3%, 3%, 4%, 5%. So what that means, guys, is that it's going to give you an overall additive bonus of an extra 15% slashing attack. And then it's also going to give you an extra 12% of regular attack, right? So that's actually crazy, because it's basically going to be adding an additional an additional 15%. It's going to be adding an additional 15% to your 15% Nagnarok. So if you equip this at maxed out tree, you're going to actually have a 30% multiplier added to your skill multiplier after you calculate your damage. And that's why Behemoth is ranked super high. So the other option for your slashing attack is going to be for your Iron Giant. And his attack stat's actually higher, so overall DPS, he actually will do more because he has 18 higher attack. I believe they have the same attack modifiers in their tree, but he is a lot slower. So he's only got 8 agility at max stats. Where was it? Okay. 9 agility, and then the other one, what was it? Behemoth had 13, something like that, I want to say. Yeah, 13. Okay, so it's a difference of 4 agility. So, you know, for your DPSers, probably Behemoth is still better overall. It's going to hit a little bit less on the attack stat, but the multipliers are the same for the slashing attack mods. So that should be, you know, for damage-wise, it's going to be very minimal difference of missing out on like an 18 attack. It's not going to be that big, but, you know, it is something to keep in mind. And that's why, for instance, like Iron Giant is like a perfect Esper for someone like Engelbert, who is going to be slow anyway. So missing out on, you know, 4 agility is not going to be the end of the world sort of situation. So that's how you guys can get all your different multipliers, and how I even came to light that Ifrit is not the optimal. Today was being discussed in the Discord, and people were, you know, tutoring me on, because I don't know everything. First of all, I'm not the greatest player of War of the Visions in the world, so they're telling me why Behemoth overall is a better investment for someone like Orlandeau or even Ramza than an Ifrit, because of the slashing attack modifier, and it's just going to output so much more damage end game, you know, once you guys get this awakened to level 80 and everything, than your Ifrit will. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the video. I hope I didn't want to make this super long, and I really wanted to just give out this information of between Ultima, the Reddit posts, the WOTV calc, the WOTV wiki here, for FFBE, WOTV game A. I wanted to cite all those resources so you guys can look at them yourself, and you guys can do your own research as well. You guys can get those stats, those multipliers, all that good stuff, so you guys can read up. If there was anything I missed that was super important in the comment section down below, definitely leave that, guys. Like I said, this is not a video I came up with this, or I know all this, and this is all from my own experience. This is all from information that I've been researching and getting feedback on from people in my Discord, sending me posts, and different people I've been reading about today. And I just wanted to bring this video out to you guys so you guys can take a look at it and let me know what you guys think overall. And hopefully this helps you guys in composing your comps, investing in the right things, so you guys can get the best out of your accounts and doing the most, whether it's PvP, Guild Wars, Guild Battles, PvE content, so on and so forth. But thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys drop a like down below, hit subscribe if you guys are new, ring that bell for future notifications so you guys don't miss the next upload. I thank you guys so much for the support and watching today, and I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Be safe out there, wash your hands, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.